You know, in the past, if y'all can hear me, it only counts if y'all can hear me. In the past 30 minutes, I'm like sweating. I figured out how to use my Canon webcam and use it to stream. And I can do everything on the camera I can do right here. I can even change the color profiles. Like, this is crazy. Can y'all hear me? Type of one if you can hear me. So I can hear you. This is so cool. Now, there's one small thing I'm gonna do. So if you see me a little jittery, it's because I need to use the USB 3.0 drive, and I don't have a 3.0, but I'll go buy one from Best Buy tomorrow. And the next time we go live, I'll be super smooth. Uh, it won't be any jitters or anything. But this is dope. Like, look, if you film in C Log, I can change it to C Log right now. That's crazy, yo. I can change this color profile called Scarlet. Don't look good here, but I'll use it on other stuff. Fine detail, making me super crisp. That's fine detail. Look kind of dope though. Making me look. Y'all like the sharpness right here. I probably could take this and tweak this one. I got to get used to looking up at y'all. Y'all way up there on the tripod now. I got to get used to that. Got to get used to that. Um. All right. I guess if this is fine, I'll leave it here. And then I think I'm gonna change it from this only because I'm so freaking hot. I'm sweating so hard, man. Let me go back to three. All right, but I'll keep it on fine details. Like once I get everything set up. Um, dun, 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 dun. Nikki Lee, this one. I think I'm like 10 seconds in front of y'all, so I've already changed it from that profile. But I'll go back to that profile next week when I get the core and I'm chilling and I got everything all set up here. So, what's been going on in true crime? My life has been pretty busy. Yo, I'm really in front of you guys. Like I just rolled my eyes. I'm looking at me rolling my eyes right now. Yo, I'm really in front of you guys. So Stephanie, when you see this, it can be done as a webcam because she got the same thing. Um, I remember Megan, you had asked me that. Megan asked me that the other day. Have I been following any cases? I have not been following any cases at all. Um, I don't want to cheat you guys. I always want to be honest with you. So I don't want to come on here and try to get views if it's been a minor update on stuff. So I asked my friends, I'm like, I see these videos. Is it a major update or a minor update? They're like, nah, it's just a minor update. Dun, 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 dun. What's up, brunch mom? What's up, and what's up, Dawn Marie? What big has happened on Suzanne Morphew? Let's see. The last time I checked on Suzanne Morphew, um, no one. I think, you know what another thing I'm gonna do next week. I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna put y'all eye level going sideways and put a bunch of stuff in the background so that way I can have that depth of field look. Y'all gonna really laugh when y'all see my new glasses coming. It should be here in about 2 weeks. But damn, I haven't told anybody about this. I haven't even told my moms about this. Um, I will. Yes, I actually have. I will be moving soon. So one of the reasons I haven't, like, I know on my birthday I got this huge, nice gamer chair, and I got a lot of stuff. I got pads and stuff that go on the wall that make it look like, really professional, and they've all been in boxes. But I'll be moving soon, and when I do, you guys will see an entire new setup. So I'm throwing all of this in the trash. That's everything here. The only thing I'm keeping is the computer, keyboard, screen, and stuff. But all of this stuff is going in the trash as I'll be at my new location. They got a few hits with the dog, and that's why I'm saying. And you know what I'm saying, this is all subjective, right? Um, it's all subjective of how people feel. So I don't want anybody to think I'm trying to, like, be mean or anything, but that's not enough for me to make a video. And maybe that's my fault. Maybe I should be more business minded and be looking at money. I don't know, because I just don't understand how I can pull up these cameras and set all the lighting equipment and get ready to edit just to tell y'all that they searching. If somebody is missing, they're going to be searching for it. The case is going to be open. I don't. If a dog smells something, I don't understand how that's enough to make a video off of. You understand? Like, to me, big news is they found out who did it. Like, I never tried to milk anything. Y'all see, I was cool with Ruth. You didn't see me every week coming on here. We got a fake Yasser sighting here, a Yasser sighting here. Everything I discussed was behind the scenes, and then you saw me come out and make a video when they captured him, because that's huge. They captured someone on the case that I personally am looking into and have a personal connection with, and they found the guy. Like, I don't. Thank you about the glasses, Foxy, but I appreciate that. I lost them twice already, so I'm trying not to take them off. I be wanting to take them off so bad. I know if I take them off, I'll lose them until I go to bed. It's wild spelled backwards. So I don't. I'd rather go to something else that I care about than to keep making small, insignificant, updated videos. How can you make an hour-long video about dogs getting? I mean, I don't even know what that is. The dogs are reacting like they smell her going to a certain way, and the police is telling the police is telling the public this. I just want to thank you for the quality and effort that you put into your videos. You take great care in the information and stories you share. It's appreciated. Can we get some big hug emojis from my members for Ashley Coffee? Thank you, Ashley Coffee. That means a lot. And I really did not want people to be members of my channel. I really wanted people to be a patron. I prefer you be a patron than a member, until YouTube give me control over memberships of who I can add. I'm like, take off if I need to, if they're harassing. And YouTube have not done the update yet. It will be in the next update. But I'm not going to live my life worried about negativity. So if you want to be members of this channel, you can go be a member of this channel. I will give you the same updates and privileges that I will of my Patreons. Yes, but when a dog react, it's called the hit. Hit to me is this. This is how a hit look in my mind. Or old school, you're reading the paper. Or you, I guess the new way, you're on your phone. So I'm on my phone and I'm reading the article. Dog got a hit. Oh, okay, cool. Did they find something? Oh, they ain't found nothing yet. That's you know what I'm saying? And I can only say, how I feel. I don't want to put I don't want to comment somebody who does this. But there's nothing in me that says go make an entire video of small updates. If you were talking about PE, they're giving their resources to the family. Did I miss something? I'm assuming you're talking about Susan Morphew. Who is PE? I don't know. Who is PE? You will want to write with someone. I am game. I write every day. I write seeing my books. As I've been gone, the only thing I'm going to have time to do now is true crime. I've done everything else but true crime. New glasses, huh, John? Don't lose him this time. Glad to catch you live. Thank you, Audrey. Appreciate that. I thought Ashley said something else. All right, thank you, Rebel Rose. I remember that you updated your name, so I know who it is I'm speaking with on here. PE means profiling evil. I don't know who that is. I've never heard of profiling evil. So, like, I think that you guys get caught up on the channel, and then when you do, you assume when someone says something general, they're talking about the one channel you like. I haven't watched true crime. I don't watch. If you do true crime, I haven't watched you. I haven't watched a single true. I think I watched when I took a long trip last week. I took over an hour some odd drive. I was talking to Stephanie, and I watched one of her videos. One of my best friend's videos. So I'm not talking about nobody. I'm talking in general. I set expectations because there are new people that come over all the time. So if somebody new come over, they'll know, like, if I make a video, a Susan Morphew video, if you ever see that, you know something big happened. You automatically know it because I set it up. I put it out here. I'm not gonna make a small update on a case, so you know something big happened. What is the case that I made more than one video on? I think it's 2 cases I made more than one video on. Watch this. I got time. We are going to go to let's go to my channel. I did my entire 1-hour video on the JJ and Tolly case. We're done. Catch you later when they find something out. They dug in Chad Daybell's backyard. Unlike the dogs that are catching a hit on Susan Morphew, they found 2 bodies. Upon finding these 2 bodies, I made a video on Charles Daybell. Am I saying that right? Not Charles Daybell. Chad Daybell. Let's look at Mr. Christopher Watts. Did not get a video from me until the commercial with he's going to be on Dr. Phil, and it was the first confirmation we ever got of what he actually did to his daughters, that they took that long ride out there. And it was probably one of the most emotional videos I ever made. We thought that was it, but then the whole thing comes out, the whole discovery. Well, not the whole discovery. I didn't even make a video on that. His full jailhouse interview where he admits every single detail, or you didn't have to guess about the Dr. Phil or whatever, right? And the Dr. Phil didn't even come out. The trailer for the Dr. Phil came out, and we found out that the 2 girls came in the car. And then the other one was when you got the full thing, right? I did a live about that. So I don't do updated things unless something major happens on a case. That's all. Somebody said something about self care. You are most welcome, my good sir. I just found out about a week ago and have watched everything. What caught my attention was you talking about Mansfield, Ohio, because that's where I live. That's what's up. What case was in Mansfield? Was that Darley? Was that Darley Routier? Supposed to work with my man Rail on that right there. There's another guy who does true crime, and if you're into after a crime is over, if you're really into where you can hear from the person in prison, he does a lot of interviews with prison inmates. He got two major interviews coming up. I don't know how he got these two people. One of the guys coming up will not interview with anybody, but they're going to interview with Rail. I don't know how he did it, but check out my man Real World Podcast channel too. And if you want to more in depth of the murderer, I guess, mindset after something has taken place. Carolyn Creek said, "I miss you, John. Miss you, buddy. Want to show some love. Hope you and the family are doing well. Thank you, Carolina. I am taking the right steps to make sure that that I will be okay, and my children are doing a-okay. Anything new on the other Syed arrest? Nothing is new on the Syed case. When I talked to Ruth, it was about the comments, because she said she was going to check the comments, and somebody left a really, really touching comment, and I talked to her about that. And then the other thing I talked to her was about something that happened with me. But nothing else yet. You guys will be the first to know. I did, however, I talked to the producers of the documentary on Sarah and Amina, and it was like the greatest conversation ever. It was really, really great. Like, I was really, really happy to have that conversation with them, and yeah, that's all I've discussed. Anything dealing with this Syed case, Someone said, "Let's be positive here." So did someone say something that's not positive? No, I wasn't thinking Charles Vallow. I was thinking Chad Daybell, because that's who I made the video on, Carolyn. I didn't make a video. I made a video on the two kids, which was the entire case, and then the second video I made was specifically on Chad Daybell. Thank you, May. Is that Maylee? Wishing me well. Luna girl, clearly you're paying attention to the case, yet you're not talking about the Suzanne case. Why mention the dogs? Because clearly you have never worked in forensics. I don't know why you were upset, Luna, but nothing you just said in that made any sense. I'm answering questions, and if you scroll up, you'll see about 3 people ask about the Susan case, which prompted me to go ahead and alert people that I don't really discuss cases when nothing major has come up. And that's all that happened. You asked me, why did I mention the dogs? I didn't even know nothing about the dogs because I don't know nothing about no case. Someone in the comment section mentioned the dog. So you might want to check yourself before you make yourself look stupid, man. Like, I thought you said you don't watch true crime. You chastise the dogs. How did I chastise dogs? Hold on, Tanny. I know you got a triggered finger, because it's not fair that someone can keep talking to me when a lot of people want to talk to me about positivity. So I'm just asking Luna, man. Like, I don't know how long you've been here, but we got quick trigger fingers over here when it comes to getting people up out of here when it messes up the vibe and the mood. You're making yourself look bad. There's no chat. I don't know how you chastise a dog. That doesn't make any sense. I said that I don't It's not a big enough update if a dog get a hit on anything unless it leads to something. I would have never even made a Chad Daybell video if the dogs would have smelled something in the backyard and they not have found anything. Yeah, I would have went and watched back then because I was in watching true crime. I haven't watched true crime now due to personal life and things that's happened in my personal life. And also, I was working on another channel too. I was doing my rap channel as well. Kind of hard to try to do two channels. PE profiling evil new channel. Okay, I guess I'll check that out sometime. Um, yeah, constructive criticism is always welcome. You can't get better without constructive criticism. But when you try to criticize somebody, you got to make sure that you're saying you know what you're talking about. You can't say I'm lying and I must have been looking at true crime because I'm saying details, but I'm not saying details. I'm looking at the comments of you guys saying details and I'm replying to it. I haven't been watching much true crime lately either. If I would have been watching true crime with what was going on, I probably would have been in a really dark place. There was no way I was mentally to sit in this chair and just look at people lose their lives, having to just focus on anybody losing their life. You know what I'm saying? The only thing that pulled me out was when they caught Yasser Saeed because that's personal to me. But if you look at my channel, without them catching him and then me interviewing Ruth, it would have been no true crime on this channel, period. You know? It's called Alive for a reason. Yeah. What's up, Jenny? I turned 20 today. Put some big hug emojis up for I think Luvia. I love you. I don't. I'm sorry if I mispronounce your name. Put some big hug emojis up for her, man. Hold on. Now just time them out. Maybe they'll get the drift. You know what I'm saying? Because it just depends on who asking. If it's some troll trying to get attention, I'll end up blocking them. Ruth was huge, and he does huge hard work. What? Oh, that's Autumn. Like the Autumn. Autumn, you just a baby. Happy birthday, Autumn. I always forget y'all. I always forget y'all names on here. Shout out to my man's Manny. I see you, Manny, man. I see the photos. I see the family, man. You are a great husband. You know what I'm saying? You always got do positive things, man. Glad to have you as a friend. Modding for me on both of my channels. So shout out to my man. Fevers and Mirrors. Hope you're well, John. Glad I caught a live tonight. Good luck with the move. Thank you, Fevers and Mirrors. Yeah, I am excited about the move. I turned 40 a few weeks ago, and that was rough, silly, but 40 sounds so much older than 39. I didn't mean anything to me. I turned 40 in February, and I didn't really care about the number change. I mean, I had just come from being extremely sick, but besides that, I was really, really happy with the changes that was in my life. I was asking questions. I hopped in the live late, but love you immediately blasted me. Kick Luna out. I can't deal with this negativity, man. Or if it's not negativity, she's just extremely sensitive, and I'm not devoting much of my time to this. There's other things in the world. If you don't like somebody, just go watch somebody else. Holla at your boy. Eh. I haven't understand why the Syed capture hasn't made any media attention. besides the documentary, no one would have known about this. There's like a couple news articles in Texas. I think once I think did it reach a national news? I'm talking about prior to the documentary crew picking it up. I don't think it was big because someone, Amina, was watching on her computer of a girl who died in her area from an honor killing. There were honor killings all around, so I don't think it was major news. Even though he was one of the FBI top 10, I don't think that it was that major. That's why I'm saying, like, you have to kick up noise. You have to come together as a community, or people just not gonna care. I mean, look at Brittany Shanks. Brittany Shanks went cold, and then Jay for Justice, me, and some other person talked about it, and then it got community and people from all over to rush out and go look for Brittany's body, which made the police go on the news and do their job again. And then when people stopped talking about that, then it fell dead again. With a lot of different stuff that has happened since then, to say the least. Oh my God, we're the exact same age. I thought all this time you in your late 20s. Oh, say it again. I'm saying. Nah, thank you though, but nah. No, I'm 40. You know, I was born in 1980. I think towards the end of the documentary, they did sort of like, I don't know if they did stats on honor killings, but they showed that there were a lot. The first honor killing I saw, even before hearing about Sarah and Amina case, was this girl, this cell phone video of this village stoning this girl. I think she had on a pink jacket. I couldn't believe it. And it showed me um, humans can be very, very dangerous. Very, very dangerous. It wasn't that they did that girl like that on that camera, right? It was the fact that that was a society. And in this society, they did nothing wrong. There was no trigger in their brain to make them feel horrible. After she died and they hit her again with the big stone, is go down the street and buy a Sprite. Go to sleep. You're not gonna. It's not even big to you because you can create a society of anything. Like a baby's brain is literally blank, and you can paint that canvas to be whatever you want it to be. I can take 10 babies and raise them in this living room for 20 years, and me and one person they're learning from. If I just embed in them with no outside interference bothering me, I can embed in them to just be brutal murderers, and the longer, slower you put them through pain, and when they go do it, they're not gonna do it with the evil face like you see on these scary movies. They're gonna do it with a plain normal face because this is normal. This isn't bad. They aren't bad people. This is what they were taught. And that's the scariest thing about humans. Even with the story of Soraya M, I can't think of the name, the stoning of Soraya. I can't think of the name of the movie. But that was one of the movies that when I watched, and I just, after the movie went off, I couldn't move. And I couldn't move because it's a movie about them stoning a woman for cheating on her husband. But and they show it. They show how they stone her. But what is horrible about this film is for the majority of the movie, they put her in this house and the entire village is outside. And as you watch this movie, you know she's innocent. You know she didn't cheat on her husband. Her husband wanted to marry another woman, but he couldn't just divorce his wife. So to marry another woman, he painted it with this town idiot to make it look like they fooled around so his wife can be slowly killed by being stoned to death. Also, he can marry somebody else. And the tension in the build up from that community going crazy, and you're sitting there and you know what's going to happen to her because it's the title of the movie, but you're sitting there the whole time just hoping this innocent woman in this room, something happens, and it doesn't. It doesn't happen. I think that's a true story. And it's the situations like that. Situations like that is I think that aspect makes me care more about true crime than what I initially cared for. The initial fascination to look into true crime many years ago was to just see the method of how the detective finds out who did it. Would be it forensic, be it an interview, which I'm getting into now. I'm loving Jim Can't Swim, but it's less of that aspect and more of the horrors of humanity. My look into the horrors of humanity gets me in trouble because I'll go look at anything that just shows a group of people as something. It could be a person, an object, manipulates them to turn into a crazy mob and come at another person. And I just, you can't stop it. That goes from, it can go from regular drama to murder to World War II as everybody sat back and watched Hitler rise to power. They didn't agree with him. People loved their neighbor that was a Jew. They loved their neighbor that was Jewish, and when they came to take them out of their home, they did absolutely nothing. That's crazy. Crazy world we live in. What's up, Kimberly M? I'm going backwards trying to read your comments as I was talking. What is Fort Hood? Only Fort Hood. I only know a tiny Fort Hood in the town I grew up in. What is Fort Hood murders? Are you talking about where that soldier girl died and so they found somebody else dead? I haven't. I don't understand why people have to be unkind. Just spread kindness, not hate. Yeah. JP got tossed out. um. Now JP cool. JP cool. Emily Rose said, "Who lied? What did I miss?" Why is it controversial to call an honor killing an honor killing? They call it an honor killing because it's an honor to them. And since they made up the name, I guess other people say just, that they call it honor killing, but they don't believe it to be an honor killing. It's a dishonorable killing, and it's actually just a plain old fashioned lynching. It's literally a lynch. It's a murder, I guess, if your father does it, but if the whole town comes in and helps out, that's a lynching. Ashley just turned 35. What's up, Ashley? Turning 35. Humans are the most terrifying beings. Yeah, we are the most terrifying animals. Dorothy is here. Please tell me I'm not sliding in at the end. No, you're not. Love. No, you're not. Bro, you're reading way far back if you on that comment. I said who lied because someone said you look. Oh. Yeah, I don't know how far to go up, when I talk about something for a minute. Because when it's over with, people say I missed their comment. I don't want to miss nobody's comment. It's like terrorist honor killing is not PC. Yeah. That's not gonna last long. I knew it. Like that's not gonna last long for sure. So the Syed case is more considered murder than a lynching because there weren't other people involved in the killing. I mean, he pulled the trigger, but technically other people were involved. He didn't go there, do it, and panic and call his family. He told his family they knew what he was about to do. Everybody knew what he was going to do, and he did it. See, I want, like, what I see looks better than y'all. Y'all seeing 720p. So I got to figure out how do I get YouTube to let me stream above 720p. I'll do that later. Note to self. Note to self. Sorry, I did about Tyler needs me didn't check. That's okay, Megan. That's okay. So let me ask you guys. Um, every time I take a break and come back, there's like big cases going on. What are there any new big cases going on? I left, and when I came back, there was what JJ and Tylee, Gannon Stalk, and what was the other one? The girl, what's the girl? The girl killed her baby. I tell you now that I'm looking, I would like to catch it back up and see what's going on with the Malia Davis case and her stepfather. I do want to catch up with that. I'm trying to see what's that case I did when I first came back. Um, Heidi Broussard. No, no, no. Evelyn Boswell. Yes, Evelyn Boswell. So Evelyn Boswell, JJ and Tylee, and Gannon Stalk. I'm going to sound super dumb, but I have a hard time recognizing faces. I'm better with names. Who is the lady in the left hand corner? That is on the next video that I'm coming out with. That's the lady in the corner. I have been keeping up with the Susan Morphew case. You took a break, so I took a break. The case with the babies here in Tennessee. Is it in your area? Susan Morphew case. Let me see. Um, it's not that big to me. Yo, when I talk to people away from the cameras, a lot of people they'll do stuff that they're not really into it. It's just that y'all want to talk about it. Like a lot of the true crime creators that I talk to, uh, they don't want to really talk about Susan Morphew because there's nothing to talk about. Um, we got the events that occurred up until she left by herself with her children away and she went missing, and there's nothing else. It's really hard. So when it so number one, if something touches your heart, and number two would be on making a video, is there information on it? There are things that really touch my heart, but there's not enough information to make a video on. If you look at Caitlin Nicole Davis, both of those were checked. That really, really touched my heart. And this girl recorded herself almost every day, and it's all on YouTube. So there's a lot of information on it. So you can make a good video on it. The Cassandra case. There's Cassandra Cantrell. She was pregnant, went missing. Her remains were found. her ex was arrested. Just all unfolded up here in Washington, the state of Washington. Which city in Washington did this happen in? I may look into um I may look into Cassandra Cantrell. Juju, what's up, Juju, my love? Juju is here. All right, I see Cassandra Cantrell's face for the first time. Let me read one of these articles. Washington State. They got a license plate here. I love both pair of her glasses. Yo, it's interesting. Let's say I decide to do a video on Cassandra Cantrell, right? You guys are gonna see a whole metamorphosis. Like right now, because I don't know anything about her, you guys just type her name in. I have no emotional attachment. So I can look at a picture and say, I like both of her glasses. Then I'll be sitting in this chair. The only difference would be the camera would be off, both lights were off, and I'll be looking up everything into this woman's life to where I can close my eyes and pretty much see her whole house where she lived in my head. I can walk through it. I know everything. I know her family. And then I would care so strongly. I won't even remember that she wore glasses. That'd be the least thing that would be on my mind. You go through this whole big change. If you truly care about the cases that you cover and the people. They're not just right now. Cassandra is just a case. She's a case. She's a human being that lost her life unjustly, and that's all I have for right now. But I can't answer for other people who do this. But for me, there's a whole metamorphosis that come into it. Like this girl in the yellow shirt on the side of me on this photo. Where is she? She's over here, I guess, right? Because the screen is reversed for me. So this girl right here in this yellow shirt. You're gonna hear me say this in the video because a lot of people be brutally murdered. She was just stabbed once. She was just stabbed once in the heart and died from that one stab. Should I do it here? I'll do it here. It ain't but 60 some of y'all. That video gonna have thousands of more people to watch it. What made me go from this is the Zach and Addie 2 case to screw that. This is a real human being who lost her life, who's forever hidden under the shadow of another case from people she don't even know about. Is when I imagined her slowly getting stabbed in the chest, and I thought of how I felt when I first saw Saving Private Ryan towards the end, when the American soldier had no gun and he was upstairs in the house and he saw the German soldier. So here's these two men who were trained to shoot, but they were not trained to know how to do physical combat, and they had to fight to the death. And then the German soldier got on top of the American soldier, and he was overpowering him, and the knife was getting closer and closer to his chest. And right when the American soldier knew he had no more strength, he knew that there was nothing to do to stop this knife from going in his chest, he went from resisting and being angry to crying and pleading for the German. All he could muster out was no, 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 no. And that knife slowly went inside and he slowly left his life. And when you look at Jaren, it wasn't a one-on-one confrontation. It was her with a male who's much stronger drilling that knife down with another woman holding her in this kitchen that she's never been into before. So when I look at stuff like that, you know, I want to be I want to be consistent. I do. I want to be a regular dude that I know him. He does true crime and he does great stuff, and I can rely on him. He's gonna have something every. I aim for that. I love to give you guys that, but I know every single part of me. I know the good part of me. I know the bad part of me. I know what I need to work on. I know everything about myself without lying to myself. A lot of people lie to themselves. Um, this stuff be getting to me. It really gets to me. I've had like 3 cases, and I just had to walk away, just from the internet. Period. I was not hyperventilated, but like my chest. I couldn't stop my chest from like beating fast. It was like at a. What case was that? That was the day I dropped. I think that was the day I dropped the Caitlyn Nicole Davis video. It was. It come from. I know the temperature of this girl floor. I've been inside her house, not in real life, but in my brain as I'm making this video. In my brain, I know everything. I know the way it smells. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been inside this world, and now this world is gone. And not only is this world gone because I just dropped the video, it just went public 1 second ago. But what if I didn't do her justice? What if it sucks? And that pressure is really, really hard. She died from her ex from a single gunshot and left for dead, but because she was on drugs, got swept under the rug. No one cared. I feel for you, Autumn. I don't know why we don't care just because somebody's been doing drugs. Whenever you don't care, that's when people flourish and get away with stuff. If the Green River Killer didn't strategically choose the women that he chose the women that no one's going to care about, he wouldn't have got away for that long. Dorothy said if you were more like other true crime YouTubers, you wouldn't have the same draw to you for people that you do. It wouldn't be the same. Please don't ever change. I don't know how to change. I don't want to change. I want to take the same me and just and do it faster. But I don't want to change. Every person wants to continue to work on something, a bad trait that they may have, but the overall thing that makes you should never want to change that. No one can ever cover a story about a child who's been hurt like you. Thank you, Dorothy. And for speaking of covering this case about a child, one of the reasons I fell back on the Adrian Jones case is from not knowing where I'm going to be literally living. I don't want to be doing this stuff and constantly moving around. I wanted to get into my permanent residence to where I got my real life, my regular life. I'm not in my regular life right here. I'm in a transitional period. So I want it to be in my regular life, in my regular home, not an apartment, not a house, a home. A home is not an apartment or a house. It's the place that where you mentally settle down and say that this is mine, this is me. I got me. I got my place where my kids come and do their stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm in my normal. I know my routine. I want to get into that, and because you're talking about making a documentary that you're doing, covering yourself over time, and you're gonna doing something physically strenuous to yourself doing the Adrian Jones video. So I wanted the same background. I want to see when you guys see me wake up in the morning and I haven't eaten anything. It's the same bed, it's the same wall, it's the same. I want to see like 2 or 3 different places that I moved to. So that's why I have not done the Adrian Jones video. I wanted to do that video for my channel, so I don't owe anybody anything. For people who like, they'll try to get mad if you haven't completed something that you set out that you wanted to do for yourself. Me doing Adrian Jones video has nothing to do with anybody. It's me. You either come click play when it comes out or you don't. But I'm not doing anything for nobody. Nobody talked about that child. Nobody covered that child. Nobody. Go look on the internet. So someone, I think it was alive, typed the name. I said, I'll look this name up afterwards. And I did. I looked the name up and I was like, holy crap. What the crap? How can somebody do this to a kid? So that way nobody don't have to keep asking me that. It's saying me and do it faster. Who killed for years without detection because he chose prostitutes and dancers. That's crazy, man. Who cares if somebody is a prostitute or what? They're still a human being. And they're still human beings, you know? I think one of the reasons Brittany Shanks' case hasn't been solved is because people said that she did drugs and she was a young girl with 4 kids. And who cares? Like, let me tell y'all, people got to make up their mind of what they think a death sentence is. What do you think? Who do you think deserves the death sentence? Because some of these people are confused. If you think, like, if you gruesomely murder somebody, you deserve the death sentence, cool. But are you telling me that if a woman becomes a prostitute, she deserves the death sentence? If the answer is no, and this is no gray area, if the answer is no, you should have the same outrage when a serial killer kills a woman that's a prostitute. The only people who shouldn't care is people who think prostitution deserves the death sentence. I don't get that. I was watching a video where this dude was saying black people deserve, every time you see a cop kill a black person, they wasn't listening to the cop. Now that was loaded. That was extremely loaded because number one, when he said it, I thought of Philando Castile. I thought of other people who did exactly what the cop told them to do and they still died. And then I thought of the contrary to that statement. I thought of videos of other races cutting the cops out. White women in their car cussing, flipping the cops off, saying all kind of foul stuff to the police officer. They didn't die. Saw dudes get out of their car and punch the cop in the face of another ethnicity. They didn't die. But even if you take all that and throw it away, let's just say he was right. Do you think someone doing it deserves to die? If you don't think they deserve to die, then what are we talking about? What's the conversation about? I think a lot of people confused on what they believe in their own heart, what constitutes the death sentence. Just tell me what you think constitutes the death sentence. And when you tell me that, I need you to be consistent with that. Don't change, you know what I'm saying, upon different circumstances. I don't think a woman being a prostitute deserves the death sentence. Human life, regardless of the person, is of value. Yeah. Cops are supposed to protect and serve. Cops should not have special rules. Just be consistent across the board. You know what I'm saying? Well, that's not enough because people don't deserve to die, for simply getting pulled over. They don't. I call BS on that for sure. I don't understand how people can justify even saying a comment like that, no matter color, religion, etc. Etc. We all bleed the same and we all breathe the same air. Exactly. Sex work is the oldest work known to man. How in any way would that be worse fatality? Exactly. It's not the police department's job to do judge, jury, and executioner. Exactly. I get stuff like that all the time. Like videos I forgot I made. There's people to come back. We see more footage of George Floyd. What do you think about that now? They're all worked up and angry, ready to argue with me. And I be like, bruh, I'm at the hospital, man. I'm at the hospital, bruh. Like, Sorry, you all mad and want to argue, but I don't think he deserved to die. And you confusing me. I don't. Do you think a knee deserved to be on the back of his neck for that long? Do you think that? If you don't think that, what do you want to talk to me about? Empathy is dying in the human race. Thank you for wishing me back and telling me to take care of myself. Yes, empathy is dying because people want to be cool. I'm simplifying it just to that. But a lot of people just want to be cool. A lady walking down the street. It's 9 p.m. Some guys beat her up, rape her and rob her. That alone, 100% everybody should be in agreement. There should be no argument. The focus should be on these guys that did this to this girl. That's not what's going to happen if that went on Facebook. Because people want to be cool and they're going to see everybody taking up for this lady, somebody going to say, she shouldn't have had ass out at 9 o'clock at night anyway. I don't know why these women keep trying to do this right here. And they're going to be mean. They're going to want to argue with everybody. And then that's going to trigger the hearts of people with good heart and good intentions. And they're going to argue back with them. And then other people are going to join them too. And then people are going to say, they're going to pull you into an argument that is secondary. And they're going to focus and say, do you think it's safe in this to be walking at nighttime like this? Do you? I'm just asking you a question. Do you? Do you? Do you? And then the person who's getting manipulated with a nice heart is going to say, no, I don't think that. Then the other person who manipulated them is going to say, told you, I know what I be talking about. Told you. That's the problem with the country. Everybody think they can do whatever they want to do and walk at night. And while this big argument is happening from this guy who pretending like he's something just because he want attention, nobody is focusing on the guys that fucking raped her. That's what I hate about what the internet has done to this world. That's what I hate. I know not to fall for stuff like that, but everybody ain't like me. Everybody don't know that. Y'all see something like that that's pulling you away from the main point that's most important. Don't respond. Do not respond. Nothing is safe. Sex work, those professions should be legal. They should have protection under the law as long as it's consenting adults. Only thing I don't like about prostitution is that is very profitable. You can make a lot of money, and they're giving it away to a guy who has convinced them that he should have 100% of all of their earnings. So they're spending their life on a corner in an endless cycle that you can't get out of. You know what I mean? It's like you making more money than successful business people, and you giving it to some guy so he can buy some lime green jacket. That's the only thing I don't like, man. I wish I can anti-pimp. Is that a word? I want to be an anti-pimp. Just go to every corner with all the prostitutes. Hey, come here, baby. Come here. Here's the thing. I'm gonna be your new pimp. I'm going to take all their money and give it right back to them. Going on out there. I remember when I was young and I first asked that question and I couldn't get a clear answer. And when I couldn't get a clear answer, that's when I realized, holy crap, they're just being duped. I was like, what does a pimp do? I provide protection. You 5'3" in glowing shoes. What protection do you provide? And even if you did provide protection, hell, if you're a prostitute, instead of giving 100% of your earnings away, take 20% of your earnings and buy you some security guards. Get you some Tekashi 6ix9ine security guards. What kind of security deserves 100% of your earnings? prostitution was legal, regulated taxes, and a legitimate business, pimps would be out of business. Nope, the new pimps would be the government. that would the new pimps would be the government. I respect that you want to take your time and get settled. Being in your own element makes a lot of sense. So, thank you, Jade. I really appreciate that. It means the world to me. So two things, Jade. Number one, when I announced I was going to do Adrian Jones, go look at every comment on that video. 99.9% of comments on that video. Don't do it. It's not worth it. You're stupid. All negative comments. Don't do it. Don't do it. And then I get hate from not doing it. You said you was going to starve yourself. Why haven't you started the process we told you not to do? So, but let's say I did that, right? Do you know what's going, like, you know see, I don't want to give away my personal life. It takes a lot. It take a lot to do what I'm about to do with moving. That have been a terrible time to do that. The Long Island serial killer is speculated to have befriended pimps to get to victims. That's crazy. That's a case right there. I got to holler at Mako Mobster. The case in New York, that interests me. And I hadn't even started doing my research on that one. So I'm going to tell you now, that's probably going to be a case that I'm going to cover. And I wanted to get Duty Run in on that case with me too. That very much interested me. Dorothy said, I didn't tell you not to do it. I just told you to be super careful. Ain't no hate here. I can wait. Come on now, Dorothy. You know you one of the family. I ain't talking about you. Come on now. I know my people. I don't forget no face. I know my people. I know my patrons. All my members, because I did not want to have members. I didn't look into it. I am starting now. I'm going to treat you all like fam because you are fam and you are supporting the channel. But I wasn't because I did not want members. But I will. But I'm talking about like just people I don't know, like coming in the comments. And a lot of them were just, they were probably just people who didn't like me anyway. Look into it. There's so much research. Yeah, I'm probably going to do that one. And a lot of times, I got to get over this pressure I put on myself. I put a lot of pressure on myself. I make myself nervous on 100% every video. Like, every time I put out a video, I'm like, this is going to be the video. They're going to be like, yo, this is crap. This dude sucks. I can't believe I follow him. Every single time I go to do one, hold on. That pressure makes me say, do it tomorrow. And then tomorrow comes, do it tomorrow, do it tomorrow, do it tomorrow. And that's, it's been like 3 weeks. So I just got to just do it. Since I just burst into the room and spotted off, I was wondering what's the topic tonight. John, I think a lot of us were worried for your health, sweetie. Why were you guys worried for my health? You talking about with the video. I'm not saying that it wasn't in good spirits. You could have been in, but it's still, I don't think you guys know how it is to be on this side of the camera. I make a video trailer. All comments are saying not to do it. And then and then after that, no matter what video I go, I can do Gannon, Stout. I can do JJ and Tylee. I can do, no matter what video I do, I can go live and talk about whatever. People are asking, I want to do, where's the Adrian Jones video? Where's the video? Like, they demanding the video. So just put yourself in my shoes. All comments, don't do it. Worried about your health. And it skips to, I'm mad that you haven't done the video. Put yourself in my shoes. That's all I'm saying. I'm not upset about it. I'm just like, that just seemed weird to me. That seemed weird to me. Thank you, Misty. Appreciate you giving me the $2. Perfectionism can be crippling. Oh, you're the best, John. Don't forget it. Nobody does what you do. Nobody can. Thank you, Dorothy. Um, it's 10:39. I'm gonna have to go, guys, because my daughter got school and she is not here yet, and I need to call her mom and see why she has not dropped my little high school student off yet. It'd be different if she had her computer, because that's all. That school is a computer now. I promise you couldn't disappoint. You could just talk into the camera with the case with no pictures or anything would be still be more interesting than most true crime content. Thank you. Thank you. Amazon searches lime green jacket. Man, you know them Detroit pimps and everything like to wear the lime green jersey. All right, so I'm gonna end this live, man. I had called to check up on my kid, and so this is my start to consistency. There's no excuses. Sunday at 9:30, we will be here. I have not been into true crime. I will be into true crime now, so it'll be more focused on my Sunday lives. So for all the people who are upset that I don't make videos about the smallest little updates, we can talk about these small little updates to a case on the Sunday lives. So I'll look into these to specific cases. We have them lined up Sunday at 9:30. You can come here and talk, and we can discuss those cases. This is for you guys. I got to figure out how to include my patrons. I don't know how I'm going to do this, but for my members, I'm going to do a live. I haven't chosen the day yet. I'm going to do a members only live. I just feel crazy about doing a members only live when I got patrons who've been rocking with me for well over a year and a half now. So I don't know. Maybe I can take the members only live link, put it in my Patreon, and then my patrons can comment down in Patreon, and then I got the members. Maybe I can do it that way. That's. I think I'm gonna test that and see what that work, and then I'll have a day, and whatever day and time I set, it's gonna be that every week. You guys can ask me anything. I will answer. I cannot not avoid you guys for supporting me in the channel. Look, and also too, to anybody who has ever given me money and supported me, I got so much stuff from you guys. This brand new tripod I got came from you all. This new Canon camera that I have right here that I'm able to connect and use it as a web stream camera. The plug, the cords, all of this stuff is around me. Even this right here, my monitor, where I can see myself bigger. Everything, the Sigma lenses, all of this stuff came from you guys. So there isn't anybody that put the money that you give back into their channel. And I do this out of my heart. Because when I first wanted patrons, I said, I am never telling y'all what I'm going to do with the money because I don't want y'all to hold me to it. You know what I'm saying? And so I could have done anything in the world with it. I love this so much, I put it right back into this to bring the best quality stuff. And I can't wait for y'all to see what's about to come in the future. Thank you, Meredith. Thank you for the super chat. I really, really appreciate that because you are amazing too. Man, I haven't said this in a long time. Also, too, thank you guys who have bought the merch. Somebody came into other people live chat, and it wasn't even in the true crime community, and they saw me, and they was typing on the sides. It was like, I got the hoodie. It just came in. Thank you guys for supporting the channel, for buying the merch as well, too. And glad to be back. Glad to have one focused thing, and that'll be true crime. So the one thing I'm happy to say again is don't kill, make a sandwich, and I will see you guys next time.